What's going on, guys? Fuller from Custom Offsets TV on the YouTube, and of course, we have another video for you because that's what we do. So, people often ask what the difference between a standard lift kit and coilovers are, and the truth of the matter is they're really in two separate categories. So, I asked Brad this question, and he almost laughed at me actually and said I was comparing apples to oranges, but I don't know if it's quite that bad, really. I think what people are trying to get at with the question is, what is the difference between a lift kit with coilovers and a standard lift kit that doesn't include the coilovers? So if we break this down, a lift kit is a product comprised of multiple components which, when installed, lifts the overall height of your vehicle, obviously. Depending on your make and model, this can be achieved in a few different ways. So the most common is with a strut spacer. This is pretty much just going to be a big metal spacer, I guess, that sits on top of your factory struts. Now, this isn't the only thing that you need to lift your truck. There's a bunch of other relocation brackets and diff drops and just various spacers and hardware to make the whole thing work without destroying your front end and affecting angles and all this suspension geometry and things like that. So in addition to the strut spacer, you'll probably also have a lift knuckle, which again is essentially just changing where things mount and affecting your angles. So the other common type of lift kit that we sell a lot of is going to be a complete strut replacement. So that actually, to someone who doesn't know a ton about trucks, is going to look a lot like a coilover in some ways. I mean, after all, there's a coil over your strut, so it can be an easy mistake to make. A complete strut replacement kit has many of the same components as a spacer kit, just minus the spacer itself. A coilover in its simplest form is simply a shock with a spring around it. Typically, what differentiates a coilover from a strut is going to be that coilovers are adjustable. So you can change and adjust the ride height with coilovers sometimes in a few different ways, but often you're adjusting things like preload to get your truck to sit exactly how you want. So preload itself is a measurement of how much a spring is compressed at full extension of the shock. So the math can get kind of confusing, but I'll try my best here to explain it. So anytime you're talking about springs, it's important to mention spring rate, which is how the spring reacts to weight. So for example, a 100 inch-pound spring will require 100 pounds of force in order to compress that spring 1 inch. So if you were to have the spring on a coilover and a zero preload, when the weight of the truck compresses the spring, say 5 inches, and then overall it would lift your truck 2 inches, that means that you could go in and add a 1 inch of preload to the spring by turning the adjusters, which effectively will slightly increase the spring rate so that when the weight of the vehicle, again, sits onto that spring, it won't compress it as far. It only compresses it 4 inches, so therefore you've now netted 3 inches of lift compared to the previous 2. Aside from ride height and preload adjustment, some coilovers will also offer dampening adjustment. So this is usually a small knob that'll be mounted on the end of a reservoir that you can just turn by hand. And then this is either going to soften or stiffen the dampening, which basically affects your ride quality and the handling characteristics of your truck overall. Another common misconception when people use the word coilover is that if you buy coilovers, you're automatically going to get the softest and smoothest ride, and that's really not always the case. For the most part, coilovers are designed with performance in mind, and when you think of performance, you think tight and composed handling, and this is exactly how lift kit coilovers will ride, not soft and squishy. But of course, this is all dependent on how the valving is set up internally. So on the dampening adjustable coilovers like the Fox DSC coilovers or Rough Country's Vertex coilovers, you can soften up the dampening for on-road comfort, and then you could stiffen it for off-road driving or some sort of performance-oriented driving style. So they can be soft and squishy, but that's not really their intended design. So if you're one of those die-hard off-road guys, or you're building a custom suspension lift, this is all stuff that you want to know and have a really good understanding of. But the off-the-shelf consumer, which is most guys who watch our videos, you don't have to quite understand as much of the complicated math because all the coilover kits that we have on our website at customoffsets.com come preset to specific heights. So you buy it off the shelf and it's pretty much good to go. Obviously, it depends on which kit you get, but the 4-inch kit is going to bring the front up 4 inches, the 6-inch kit will be set to 6 inches, and so on and so forth. So if you want to dial in the setup or bring the front up more because you're all about that Cali lean or something, you definitely can. Just make sure each side is set to the same height, and then you're going to want to make sure to get an alignment afterwards also. So that kind of covers the differences between the two and should give you a bit more information and understanding if you're trying to decide which one to get if you're debating between coilovers or a standard lift kit. So the biggest thing people are scared of is definitely the extra cost of a coilover kit. I mean, in most cases, it's the difference between like a $1,000 lift kit and a few $1,000s, and people just want to know what they're paying for when you're shelling out all that extra cash. So as you can imagine, there's a lot more tech and a lot more engineering into a coilover, so that alone drives prices up. But you're also getting extra components too. So a standard lift is going to reuse stock parts. In this case, we're talking about struts. And then with a coilover kit, you get all of that replaced, so you're not using that anymore. So you add in the extra pieces, and then of course, these are more performance oriented, and anytime you make something that's performance oriented, you end up paying for it. Like I keep telling myself, you know, I'm making this drift car, and it just keeps robbing me of every single thing, every single dollar that I make. So anyway, coilovers. They're going to also have a larger diameter shock in the center, which translates to better performance due to the increased surface area of the larger shock piston that's inside that shock body moving through all of the fluid. So you can get coilovers that have adjustable dampening, like I said before, and adjustable rebound to further personalize how your vehicle rides and the handling characteristics. And when I say ride, I don't mean like personalize your ride like your rig, but literally how your truck rides. So we did a video recently comparing the Rough Country Vertex coilovers on their hardest setting and then their softest settings. So if you want to check that out, you definitely can, but just know you have these options when you're considering coilovers. So if you need a lift, that's kind of our thing. You can check them all out on our website at customoffsets.com, or if you've got questions, drop them in the comments below and we will definitely do our best to answer them, or we'll just make a whole video on it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so we can keep bringing you all these videos. Peace. There he goes.